building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. Okay, I still love that intro. Today's episode is going to be about live streaming. I'm going to be going over why you should live stream, how you should do it, the equipment and software you can use, how to promote your channel, random tips that I've discovered while doing a live stream, and the problems that I've run into. Okay, so before I get into it, I just really quickly want to mention the survey. It's in the show notes. It'll improve the podcast. So if you're a long-time listener, I would appreciate your feedback. Okay, so let's get into it. Why you should live stream your podcast? Because first thing is it's an easy way to create content for your fans. It's very simple. Just while you're recording your podcast, turn on the camera and then turn on your software for recording the podcast. Okay. The next reason is because you can create content on multiple platforms at once. You can create content on YouTube, Twitch, and even Twitter, all at the same time. You can reach a new audience. The audience you can reach is the live streaming audience, because you'll be exposed to a new audience, live stream viewers, and they may be interested in your content and follow you into other places like Twitter or your podcast or your other ventures. Okay. Another reason you should live stream is because it'll give your audience, your current audience, a behind the scenes look at your podcast. So by live streaming, you give them a look into what software you use, how you keep your notes for your podcast, and other things like that. Maybe how you edit the podcast if you choose to edit the podcast during the live stream. Okay, the final reason is because it is very simple. I really just turn on my camera when I'm live streaming the podcast, and that's about it. Okay, so how to live stream? The first thing you should do is promote it before. So tweet it out to your audience on Twitter. Say, I'm live streaming in 15-20 minutes, and then tweet it during the stream in the first few minutes. You can even automate this with some tools. Okay. Another thing that you should do for live streaming is keep a consistent schedule. So stream every Friday at 10 o'clock. This way, the people interested in your live stream keep watching your live streams. Use a tool that will help you to live stream on multiple platforms at once, because using just the normal streaming tools will not allow you to stream on multiple platforms at once. You have to add some extra stuff. Okay. Another thing that you should do is allow time for questions before and after you record the podcast. And that way you can engage with people that are watching your live streams. So after you record the podcast, one thing you should do is explain what you're doing during the stream. So that way you're engaging with people, allowing them to ask questions and know what you are doing during the stream. Okay. Equipment and software. So for the software, I use OBS Streamlabs. Sorry, that's what I was looking at. Streamlabs to record the podcast, to record the live stream. For streaming on 3 different platforms, on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, I use Restream, and the link or the website is restream.io. Apps to use while streaming. There is an app that you can download from live streams that will help you show the username of the person that followed you during the stream. And I will go over later why this is important. How to promote your channel. You can do a giveaway and give something away to people that watch your streams, and you only mention it during the streams, so that way people watching your stream, only the people watching your streams will know about it. You can check your statistics, and this way you can determine where the peak of your stream is, so that way you know what you were doing during that time, and you could angle your content towards that kind of stuff so that more people watch it. Add your channel to directories, and that way people interested in your content will find it through the directory, and you'll get more people watching your content. Okay, random tips that I have discovered while live streaming. Ask people questions to keep them engaged during the live stream. So you can ask, hey, does anyone have experience with creating a newsletter or something with that? Do you have a newsletter that you have tips that you can help me with? And then people will comment with their tips, and you're engaging them. Do something visually to catch attention while not taking away from the content. So you want to do something with your appearance or something in the background of your live stream, so that it'll catch people's attention and they'll watch your live stream. And this way it won't take away from your podcast recording, and it will add something that will catch people's attention so they'll watch your content. Another tip is some people will only stay for a couple seconds. On Twitch, people have a lot of content that is appearing to them, or a lot of options. So people will watch your stream for a couple seconds and leave. Don't make a big deal out of this. Just go with it. Make sure there's nothing embarrassing in the background. So you're being recorded, your faces and the back of you. It's good to not have like dirty laundry or dirty clothes behind you that people can see. Also, if you don't want people to see like family photos or anything, make sure those are not visible during the live stream. Okay. Play music during the stream when you can't talk. So if there's something you're doing where you need to concentrate, play music for your stream, so that way there's something for people to listen to. Okay. And address users specifically to get them to engage with you. So back to the app that you can download that will show you the username of people that followed you during the stream. You use that app to see who followed you during the stream, and then you could talk to them. And this way, you're addressing them directly, and they know that you're talking to them, so they will comment, and you can get to know them during the stream. Fill out your account with links to everything. So at the bottom of your Twitch account, you can add little squares or pictures to things and links to everything you have, your Twitter, your podcast, the website that you are working on. Make sure to put those in the bottom of your account, of your channel. That's the word I was looking for. So that way people can see the things that you're working on during the stream and go to that stuff, because the entire purpose of doing a live stream and creating more content is to get people to look at the things you're working on. So make sure to put that at the bottom. If you have a guest for your podcast, make sure they're okay with being live streamed during the podcast. And that way, that's just creating less problems for you, and makes everything okay. So you don't have to erase anything, or something bad will not happen. Okay. Watch other streamers on Twitch, and that way other streamers can get to know you and they will watch your stream. You can do this by joining a community of streamers, people that stream their podcast, or yeah, people that stream your podcast. You can easily find people in that kind of community. Okay. The final thing is problems that I've run into or I've realized while streaming. Okay. The first problem is that you're competing with a lot of content. There's a lot of streamers, a lot of live streams for people to watch, and you need an edge with something that'll catch people's attention or make them want to watch your stream. So you have to come up with that. And if you don't, then people won't watch your stream and you'll be wasting your time. Okay. Another thing that I found is a problem is that video games are more interesting than podcasting or watching a live stream of a podcast. So the main content on Twitch is watching people play video games. And visually, video games are a lot more interesting than watching people podcast. So people will definitely prefer watching video games to a podcast. And the main content on Twitch is video games. So people are there to watch video games. So getting people to watch your podcast recording, no matter how interesting, may be difficult. Especially because when you're recording a podcast, there's not much visual things to watch, and there are with video games. So that's one thing to watch out for. Okay. So another hard thing, another problem that I've run into while live streaming my podcast is the fact that it's hard to engage viewers while recording the podcast. So I'm very focused on the content right now. I don't have the tab that I can engage with people that have commented. And this is a problem because engaging with people is how you get them to stay and watch your live stream. Okay, so the final problem that I have discovered with live streaming is that there isn't a podcasting category on Twitch. And this is a problem because people can't organically discover a podcast or my podcast organically on Twitch because there's no search for podcast functions. Okay. That is the live streaming episode. Thank you for listening. Join the open podcast community if you have an interest in podcasting, whether it's just you want more podcasts to listen to, you are a podcaster and are looking for a community. If you want to try your hand at podcasting, there is the Open Podcast Community Podcast, which is live, and I will put that in the show notes. And this is a podcast from people in the community. And if what the advantage of the Open Podcast Community Podcast is that all you have to do is send me the audio and send me what you want in the show notes, and it'll be live within days. You don't have to go through adding the podcast to all the platforms, waiting all those days. I've already done that, so you don't have to deal with that. Okay. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.